Hello and welcome everybody, my name is RyanGodric and you're watching Deck Report. Today's deck features Queen Calanthe, the new Northern Realms leader. Her ability is that you can play any Northern Realms faction card from your hand and then draw another card. So basically you're able to play 2 cards in one turn. And the basic premise of this deck is to combine that ability with the likes of John Natalis and the Avallach. So you play your John Natalis and then immune your John Natalis and give all of your order abilities a deploy effect basically. Alright, let's jump into the deck builder and see what we got. Here we are with Queen Calanthe and all of our cards in the deck. So the basic premise is to get to round 3, but actually you are a bit more flexible than it might seem. So as I said, the basic combo is John Natalis into Avallach. You have to remember to play John Natalis through Queen Calanthe because Queen Calanthe cannot play Avallach because it's not a faction specific card, but John Natalis obviously the Northern Realms specific card. So yeah, that is a sequence you have to remember. Now, to find our combo more reliably, we've got cards like the Fisher King and thinning cards like the Blue Stripes Commando and the Scout. But in general, we've got a very solid bronze package that helps us get through round 1 and 2, and then all of these gold cards are just absolutely value cards if you can utilize them correctly. For example, we've got Vess and Gregoire who both have deploy effects, but then we have a lot, and I mean a lot of order cards. So we've got Gaunter, Sessenthesis, the Prince, the Ockvist, Selkirk, and okay, this is also a deploy card. Basically, it's got zeal, but in order. And all of these cards are basically balanced around the chance that they won't actually activate the order, right? So let's take a look at Selkirk. He's 5 points for 9 provisions. If you duel an enemy, and so if this order actually goes through, you can get up to 10 points, right? So 1 point more than the provision cost. And that's possible because there's a chance, you take a risk basically. Sometimes you cannot actually duel an enemy because the opponent reacts. Now with this combo, we basically break the game and play all of these order cards as deploy, because John Natalis, whenever you play a unit that or summon a unit with orders, give it zeal. So you play all of those orders immediately. I think to explain it even better, I'm gonna jump into 2 games and then you'll see the cards in action. But be sure to get into round 3 with your Queen Calanthe. But the thing is, sometimes when an opponent, especially when this deck gets a bit more popular and opponents know what you want to do, they will probably try to bleed you round 2. But be assured that actually helps you sometimes to get card advantage, because if they bleed you being a card down, then at the right moment you can play your Queen Calanthe, play 2 cards at the same time, and basically overtake him and gain card advantage and not let go. And cards like Ockvist obviously help with that, to not get bled in round 2. So yeah, hope you enjoy the games. Alright, so our first game is against Queen Meave. In the mulligan screen we try to get rid of bad bronzes, but we also want to thin them out. So for example, the Commandos is something we definitely want to have in hand. We want to obviously find our Natalis combo, and we have one piece right here. We're missing the Avallach, and as you can see, we played our bronze engine cards to get rid of them, and we were lucky enough that our Commando stayed alive, so we could thin them out as well. So then we see we can't catch up in points, we take a pass and go into round 2. Now I think right here we were lucky enough to find, no, we didn't find the Avallach, but I saw that my opponent played Renew on one of his engines, so I immediately thought that he's gonna push us. In this case it doesn't really matter because we still want to play our engines early, either if he pushes us or if we just want to get rid of him. So we play those. He eliminates most of them, and then I see he's got 2 engines on the board, and we have to find the right timing to play a Calanthe, and this is it. We play on Natalis, and we're thinking, okay, I could Avallach it, but actually we don't have that many order units, so let's just use our Selkirk right now where it finds the most value and eliminate one of his engines. At that point we are ahead of him, and we're not gonna let down. I mean, the Avallach's bad in a short round 3, so we play him now, play it onto Ockvist. Ockvist is safe, and that basically secures us the card advantage going into round 3. I don't think there's much more to say right here, but we keep 1 card above our opponent, and we're able to yeah, go into a short round 3, which is actually not bad with the cards. I mean, we're lucky that we got pretty good cards here, but we open up with the Test Thesis. This basically just plays out, and then we finish it off with a Zealed Gaunter Dim by our Ves, and take the victory. So even though he bled us round 2 and got the lead ability from us, we were still able to take the game. Right, now we're up against Dana, and we obviously don't want both Commandos in Mulligan screen, so we get rid of one, play a few bronze cards here, and when I say bad bronzes, I don't mean bad bronzes in general, but they're obviously just not the value of our gold cards. That's why I say bad bronzes. Now, we're not lucky enough to get our Commandos out, but we see that we cannot keep up in tempo, so we play the Fisher King for our gold cards in round 2 and 3, and lucky for us, he dry passes round 2, we just drop a bronze and go into long round 3. Obviously starting with our combination Queen Calanthe, Natalis into Avallach, and now all of our cards are zealed, which is so good. It feels so good to play this deck if it works. As you can see, we've got instant removal for all of his tools. We destroy the boar, we destroy Saskia, and it just feels good, guys. Try it out, it's a lot of fun. And as you can see right here, he cannot keep up in points. We can play all of our cards that normally have to wait a turn immediately. Finish it off with our dragons and a revenant. His Barnabas won't help him much. And yeah, good game. Orquist last. And hope you enjoyed it. And I'll send you to the end card now. Now I can add 2 more things. One is that you don't want to use too many of your control options in round 1, because then the engines of the opponent, if you don't find the rest of your control options, can get out of hand in a long round 3. But that obviously always depends against who you are playing, against which deck. And as you could see in the first game, even though he bled us round 2, we were able to take the victory, and the last game was just a classic feels good game basically for Calanthe. So hope you enjoyed this new style of editing. If you have a preference, so if you would rather see the full games like in the previous deck reports, then write that in the comments. Maybe I'll try a mixture of both, and I'll see you in the next one. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. Press that like button, and yeah, do whatever you feel like, and enjoy the games. See you next time. Peace.